Sukanya Pratap from Assam. Sukanya, you can start.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity to present you the topic on India-Bangladesh relations. I'm going to start my presentation, but before I talk about the India and Bangladesh relation, let me first talk about where is this country located. So, as you can see, I have drawn a rough map. This is Bangladesh, and Bangladesh, you can see in the map itself, Bangladesh is surrounded by how many states? Can anyone tell me? Bangladesh is surrounded by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 states of India. Namely, if you name West Bengal, Meghalaya, Tripura, Assam and Mizoram. And now the neighboring countries of Bangladesh are mainly two, India and Myanmar. Neighboring countries are only two, India and Myanmar. Now, India shares the longest boundary with Bangladesh. India has the longest boundary with Bangladesh and it measures 4156 kilometers. And I think you might be knowing the capital of Bangladesh. It is? Dhaka. Yes, it is Dhaka. And chess number, can you tell me the president of Bangladesh? She is the Prime Minister of Bangladesh. Sheikh Hasina is the Prime Minister of Bangladesh, and the President of Bangladesh is Abdul Hamid. Okay. Currency of Dhaka? Taka, yes, correct. Abdul Hamid. So now we know that recently India and Bangladesh, they celebrated 50 years of India-Bangladesh diplomatic relation. Now Bangladesh was initially part of India during the British rule. And after India and Bangladesh got partition, Bangladesh became part of Pakistan. It was known as East Pakistan at that time. Now, after Bangladesh became a part of Pakistan, there were some internal conflicts between the two East and Western Pakistan. So there rose a civil war in 1971 and Bangladesh got separated from Pakistan. And from that time onwards, India was the first country to support Bangladesh in order to get them the nation liberated. So now recently India and Bangladesh is celebrating the 50th anniversary and Bangladesh is celebrating it. Now if we talk about from the starting, as I said that India was the first nation to support Bangladesh, and after the civil war in 1971, India and Bangladesh signed the Treaty of Friendship and Cooperation and Peace in 1972. Thereafter, there were also some border conflicts. So in order to manage that, they came up with land border agreement in 1974. Now, in the recent years, you might be knowing that there are some major visits between the two countries. If you see that Sheikh Hasina, Prime Minister of Bangladesh, she visited India in October 2016 and took part in BRICS BIMSTEC at Goa. BRICS, as we all know, that it is a cooperation of Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. And BIMSTEC stands for Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation. And within this, Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Sri Lanka and Thailand were the part of BIMSTEC, and they all were present at Goa, and they all talked about how to manage their issues and how to innovate, how to get through technical advancement. And also recently in 2020-21, India-Bangladesh organized a virtual summit. It was held on December. And the prime motive of this virtual summit is to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Bangladesh independence and also 50th diplomatic India and Bangladesh relation. In this summit, what happened? India and Bangladesh focused on improving their health sector. India promised Bangladesh that they will be providing vaccines because of the COVID-19, and also India unveiled the stamp of their Sokhibur Rahman. He was the first leader of Bangladesh, so they unveiled the stamp in this summit. Now, if we come now about the Border Management Security Cooperation, we know that the relations are not that smoother as we are thinking. The Border Management Security Cooperation brings they have signed many a land. This is the first land agreement border agreement, and then in 2016 they also signed another border agreement in order to settle the boundary disputes. Now we talk about the Economic Cooperation Development Partnership. India has given free access to most of the imports from Bangladesh since 2011, and it was recently seen that the bilateral trade between Bangladesh and India recently increased to $10 billion in 2019. Now connectivity. India and Bangladesh is well connected. If you see that, you will find that India and Bangladesh has bus services from Dhaka to Kolkata, from Dhaka to Agartala, and then from Kolkata to Dhaka they have direct connectivity, bus connectivity, and also railway connectivity. Recently the Maitri Express was also unveiled in order to boost the connectivity. Now also India and Bangladesh shares 54 cross-border river boundaries, and they also came up with agreement, water agreement treaty they have signed. The first treaty between the two nations was sharing of Ganga waters 1996, and the second water sharing treaty was Feni River. Feni River flows from Tripura to Bangladesh, and they have signed this treaty and said that India will be allowing Bangladesh to extract water from this river. Now, though we have seen that a lot of agreements, a lot of bilateral ties are going on in order to boost their connection, but there are some issues, there are some problems going between the two nations. The first issue is immigrant issue. We have seen that NRC, National Register of Citizens, was recently came up in the city of Assam, and we have seen that this agreement, this register, National Register of Citizens, it said that it allowed the citizens, non-Muslim citizens of Bangladesh, Pakistan and Afghanistan to be declared legal citizens of India. So also, but this agreement was in conflict with the Assam Accord. Assam Record 1985 says that there are 1.5 lakhs immigrants in Assam, and but after now, though the CAA, Citizenship Amendment Act, has passed, they have provided citizenship to the non-Muslims coming from Pakistan, Afghanistan and Bangladesh. Now the second issue is Tista River water issue. Now Bangladesh is seeking India to let Bangladesh extract water from Tista River, but this agreement has not been signed yet, and this agreement is pending since 2011. India is not able to sign this treaty because West Bengal Prime Minister Mamata Banerjee is not agreeing with this deal. She is fearing that if they provide this river water to Bangladesh, then their farmers might get affected. So as Mamata Banerjee is not agreeing to sign this treaty, and this treaty has been pending since 2011. Then China factor. We have seen that Bangladesh nowadays has been more inclined towards China, and it has been found that China is the leading partner, replacing India in the second place. Now China also has given Bangladesh free access to 97% of the imports, and it was also seen that between 2008 to 2018 China supplied worth $1.93 billion weapons, making China the biggest suppliers of arms to Dhaka. So initially, India was the largest trading partner, but China took over the place, and now it is a matter of concern that Bangladesh is getting more inclined towards China. But if I conclude the overall relation, we can say that Bangladesh is trying to have a mutual relation with both the countries, India and China, and is trying to balance both the relations. So this is all about the today's presentation. Thank you.
Okay, any questions, anyone? Vivek, any question?
I have a question.
Please.
Have you heard about the Kaladan project which connecting the northeast
Two.
from the mainland India? The Kaladan project which is going on with the Myanmar.
Myanmar.
Yeah. The project took place because the Bangladesh has denied the access of its
Okay.
land, and that is why we approached Myanmar so that we can increase the connectivity to northeastern states.
Okay.
But you have said that we have the connectivity with the Bangladesh. So why we are going for the Kaladan project when we have the connectivity?
About that Kaladan project, I'm not sure. I'll make sure that after I study, I will let you know the part. But what I read that the connectivity, I read about the connectivity between India and Bangladesh, and they have railway connectivity since the liberation. Since the India and Bangladesh got independence, they have connectivity since then. So, thank you.
And one more question is that we have heard many times that many people from Bangladesh are immigrating to
Yes.
West Bengal,
Yes.
and they means in search of job they are doing this. So they, by this they are hurting the job of the people of India and also hurting the democracy. And
Yes.
politics is being played on it.
Yes,
So
correct.
don't you think that rules should be made by both the governments so that these activities should be not there?
Yes, it has already become a matter of concern. Even the northeastern states, basically you will see that the protests are still going on in Assam and in West Bengal. But the only Assam and West Bengal cannot do anything. The India has to stand for it. India unitedly, they have to unite the people, whole nation,
But I'm
and
saying
then
the central
they have to.
government is saying that they should make rule, but the state governments they are means not rising toward it because they are playing the politics on this.
No. The state government of Assam and the West Bengal will be seeing that even now the protests are going on. But central government is not paying any heed, any attention. But we have to state government now. The thing is that state government have to be clear and have to notice, and because now as only it was found that the number of Muslims that were more in the nearby areas, but they have given citizenship to non-Muslims, and now in order to apply for jobs they have to make sure that they are only the citizen of India. So likewise they are also coming up with the rules and regulations.
But the Home Minister has said that they are giving the exemption to the NRC when they launched the CAA. So why there is protest going on if there is exemption for NRC in the Assam?
Exemption to NRC, CA what CA says, CA has given citizenship to the Sikh Parsis and everyone, but our concern is that Assam was in touch with Bangladesh, and a lot of immigrants from Bangladesh already staying in Assam, and they have already occupied a lot of area there, and now even after declaring officially, then the number of infiltrators are getting more. That's why it was a matter of concern for Assam. But NRC what? NRC now, it was Assam was the first state to register this process, and soon afterwards the other states will also have to go through this process. NRC is basically they find out how many people. This is the number of they find out number of citizens, how many are there or not. But CAR and NRC is completely different.
So we have, as you told, that we have given duty-free access to Bangladesh since 2011.
Yes.
So don't you think that it will dump its produce in India like what China has does? And recently there is an incident which I've seen that China has also given free trade access to Bangladesh. So do you think that we should cancel this duty-free access to Bangladesh?
Because Bangladesh is a developing country, and as India also has to have a attitude of helping hand. So in order to boost the relation, India is helping Bangladesh so that they can have they can lift up the economy. It is not that because if we don't let Bangladesh this kind of access, then there might happen that Bangladesh and China they unite together and during any crisis they attack on us. So in order to maintain the friendly relation, we have been giving this type of access.
May I ask a question?
No.
You talked about on the economic cooperation.
Yes.
Economic cooperation. I would like to know about the GDP of the Bangladesh because last year, lot of Indian leaders raised their voice because India GDP fall down than the Bangladesh.
Okay.
What is the GDP last year of Bangladesh?
Okay, GDP I'm not, I can't recall the GDP right now. But as I said that it is true that because of the pandemic had occurred, a lot of losses, business losses was been there. So it might be the reason that India lost its GDP. Let us see, let us be hopeful, let us stay positive that in the near future, let us give 1 or 2 years and I'm sure that India will revive its economy.
Would you like to mention something about Sheikh Mujibur Rahman?
Okay, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was the first leader of Awami League. Awami League was the first national party of Bangladesh. There were basically two national parties of Bangladesh, Awami League and the other one was BNP. So Awami League was the first party and they were in power since 2009 and India and Awami League, as India was the first country to support Bangladesh during the liberation war. So India and Awami League, both the parties, Awami League has inclined towards India. So India also gets benefited when this party is in power. So as a Sheikh Rahman, he was the first leader of that party.
Anything else, anyone?
We have seen that our neighboring countries are falling into the debt trap of China, and Bangladesh is on the same way. So what India
Bangladesh
can
is
do,
on the
same way.
Okay.
China is providing the loan to Bangladesh. So what India can do to prevent Bangladesh and maintain the good relations so that we can also prevent our territory.
Yeah. So we have seen that India has been now during this summit was recent 2021 and in this summit India and Bangladesh Prime Minister of both the nations have talked on a lot of issues in order to boost their relation. As I said that India will be giving vaccines to the people of Bangladesh and also they have worked on a lot of innovations. So likewise we have to make sure that in order to boost the relations we have to maintain this kind of duty access free, or we have to also let the countries to come and have in order to FDI. We also we have seen that China has been investing a lot in the foreign sector. So India also have to let Bangladesh invest, and also India is also investing in theirs also. So in this way we can boost the relation.
Fine. It was a great show, Suganya.
Thank you.
All the very best.